Hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the grand finale of RR14. I hope everyone is doing well. I have some wonderful castles with me today. Um, let's start with Crazy for Daisy. Or not, since they're muted. Never mind. I'll welcome the rest then. Hello, Sparkles.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Osh.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, Afro.
Hello.
And Pack is still on his way home, so we'll get to hear him later. Um, but yeah, this is the grand finale. What all the whole 4 weeks, 4.5 weeks, culminated in, and two finalists are Scruffy versus Reaper, and so I think it's going to be a very exciting match. As always, finals are super high stakes, of course, and yeah, to see how they got here in the first place, maybe Osh can tell us a bit about how Reaper got here.
Oh, yeah. Well, Reaper had an exciting start to the tournament because he got to play me. No, obviously, he beat me out easily, 6-0. And then he went on to humiliate Channel Joined with a 6-0. In the next round, he did play Music Inc. Fantastic player, and 6-0 again. And then he met Frody 7, 6-2 this time because he lost to Dubai to Frody 7. And then he went on to play In for Fun, which placed him in the losers bracket because he lost 4-6 to In for Fun. And then he went on to play Dean Nomos and won 6-2. Fanium won 6-2, and then a rematch versus In for Fun in the lower brackets final. An amazing match, so close all the way, but in the end he did win 9-3, which put him here in the grand finals.
Yeah, great path. I mean, lots of matches. Not, of course, not the maximum, but especially as you said, it's a nice list, and especially like a lot of good players. I mean, you of course, but also afterwards. I mean, we have like twice against Info Fun. Of course, no harm, really no harm against losing against our current champion, and then for the repeat, defeating him to get in the finals. But of course, also Fanium, Dine, Frody, and great Music Inc. all amazing players. So rough path, but I mean, as you said, like besides the game that he lost, it's all 6-0, 6-2. So pretty dominant there. Um,
Yeah, absolutely.
looks to be in great form.
Yeah, for sure. It's like Scruffy had only 5 matches compared to Reaper's 7 or 8 if you want to count 2 in for funds. So definitely not the longest path, but definitely is a path.
Absolutely. Creative Daisy, maybe you want to tell us a bit about Scruffy's path to the finals.
Oh, for sure. It's kind of funny because Reaper faced off Shipman first. Scruffy faced off against me first. That was a clean 3-0. And then he faced off against that Observer, and Observer took one map. Pidgey Arrow took, I believe, 0 maps off Scruffy. Moo only took 1 off, and then it wasn't until he faced off against In for Fun where it was a bit of a closer 2-4. So, that was fairly not surprising per se, as Scruffy's a very, good player, very calculated, but it just to see that dominance throughout the entirety of winners bracket was really something to watch.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, as you said, Scruffy, is a creative player. Definitely one of the best of our like the newest Age of Roulette players. Arguably the most dominant. I mean, ever since he started playing like 5 times ago, always on the podium, and only got one championship so far, but lost 2 finals. But maybe there's something in it here. But also, we don't see it here on the stats page. But also, this is not the first time they faced off. They didn't face off in this tourney yet, as we just heard. but they definitely faced off before. Maybe Sparkles can tell us a bit more about that.
Absolutely. So, yeah, Scruffy and Reaper have a couple matches played against each other, and so far, all of them have gone Scruffy's way. So, played in RWC 2023 in the knockout stage, where Scruffy won 7-3. Then RR12 round 4, where Scruffy won 4-6. And then 5 of RR11, where Scruffy won 6-2. So, no sweeps for Scruffy, so I don't expect this to be a sweep either, but fourth.
Yeah, we could. By the way, we could understand you for the most part, but maybe it's just on my side. But I think you were cutting out quite a lot there.
Yeah, I think your like OBS, what is it? The threshold of whether it accepts audio or not, it's too high.
Discord, we mean, but yeah.
Yeah, Discord. Yeah.
Something like that. But other than that, thanks for the rundown. But as you said though, close matches, but no win for Reaper yet. Might change today. A final is always a bit of a different beast too. So there's that. But of course, looking at this match, we can start by, as I said, final. Bit of a different format, very long match. Always a bit of a difference mentally and like factually. But if we're talking about maps, maybe Afro wants to tell us a bit about the band maps from this match.
Yeah, for sure. So Scruffy got first pick, so obviously he picked New York, which is not surprising at all. But I'm a bit surprised at his Santa Fortuna ban, because it's definitely a map where you can shine if you have a lot of map knowledge. Then Reaper banned Wilson Creek. Scruffy has banned Haven Island. Sorry, Curry. Then Reaper has banned Chongqing. Scruffy has banned Isle of Scale. Reaper very sensibly banned Dubai. Then Scruffy banned Mendoza, and Reaper saved us all with the most important ban of them all, which is Dartmoor. Thank you.
We're all
But,
grateful for that.
Yeah. But I'm not surprised that Reaper banned both Dubai and Dartmoor, because they're very fast maps. We all know that Scruffy shines in those types of speed runny kind of maps. I'm sure if he had the chance to ban New York, he would have done that too. But I'm a bit surprised that is it the first Marrakesh in the final?
Ooh, there
think it is.
I wouldn't know that. It's a good
I
question.
think it is.
It might be. I think
Yeah.
someone talked about that the other day, and it's
Yeah,
crazy.
I think I've
Especially,
read that.
yeah, it's crazy because also the finals are very long. To be fair, they've grown longer over the years. This is the first, like not the first, but so we only recently prolonged the final to first of 10, right? So like it is in RWC. So and and still now, like we ban the players ban 8 maps and play 10. Only one map goes ignored, which by the way in this match is Hokkaido. Just didn't get either picked or banned.
Yeah.
But every other map gets picked or banned. So lots of strategy there too, especially to the
Yeah.
map picks as well. You want to tell me about the strategy of map picks maybe?
Yeah, I think Reaper picking Paris first is a very obvious choice because Scruffy has been quite vocal about him not liking Paris. And I think there's a bit of strategy there. So yeah. But the Mumbai pick, I'm surprised because I didn't know that Reaper liked Mumbai like that, especially as an early pick. But it's a longer map, so uh, I think Reaper has privileged longer maps in his picks, like Mumbai, Berlin, not Miami, but has prioritized them when they were not banned, because Scruffy banned both Santa Fortuna and Haven, which can be quite lengthy as well. So I'm interested to see how this unfolds, especially with the first 3 maps here: New York, Paris, and Marrakesh. I think they can be very decisive. And also, I'd like to talk about Reaper. This is his first time escaping the 4th place curse, um, which I'm very, very happy to see him in a final, because he's been placed 4th in Roulette Rivals 13, 12, and 11. So I'm very happy to see him this far. So good luck to both of them.
I think you're absolutely right. Yeah, it's a great point there because Reaper has been doing very well for quite a long time now. Pretty very consistent. Just didn't get to a final this far, and I think this is gonna absolutely deserved in my opinion too. He finally reached it, and now I'm pretty sure we'll see an exciting face-off. Yeah. Anyone else who wants to add something? Maybe some interesting stat that we haven't talked about yet.
Yeah,
Right?
I do also find it interesting. Not only the Reaper curse, obviously the 4th, but if Reaper wins today's finals, USA will actually become #1 for RR champions. There's currently
Okay.
like a huge tie between like Germany, Hungary, America, like for first. So that'll be really cool to see.
Okay. With the playing for the country too. I see. I see.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Osh, you want to say something too? I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say that their map picks are very dominated by season 1 and season 2 maps, but then I started thinking about Ambrose Island. We don't often see people pick Ambrose Island,
It's true.
so I'm like kind of curious about Scruffy's choice, and I feel like it might have been strategic.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, especially since Ambrose is essentially like 1 or 2 strats max. So if you practice it a lot, you kind of have it down to the science. And I'm sure Scruffy has picked it because you can be very, very fast on Ambrose. Basically, every Ambrose spin can be a record spin if you're fast enough. So that's probably it.
Yeah. I think it makes sense what you guys said. Absolutely. Uh, of course, there's always some interesting strategy about it, and you don't really know like what the players think, but also you can think a bit about it because like Reaper, as you guys said, is more of the player for the longer maps and Scruffy for the shorter. But then also like Reaper also picked Paris because it's like a more known map that Scruffy doesn't like. So it's always a question of how you approach that. But this is what we got. So yeah. But guys, if no one wants to add anything, I thank you very much for this very interesting pre-match talk. Um, and I'll now hand it off to our first caster team of Crazy for Daisy and Osh, who will cast the first 2 maps, New York and Paris. Take it away.
All right, thank you.
Yeah. So
And
just be me and you, Osh.
Yep.
3 minutes left till the spin drops. We'll be doing map 1 and 2, which are going to be New York and Paris.
Yeah. Fantastic maps, both of them. A huge fan.
Yeah, no,
The-
me as well. Like New York, amazing, just short little map. You just need to have a quick roulette fix, and then Paris is just an all-time classic. So
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really excited for this. I've been following both of. I mean, obviously all been following the tournament, but I've been following both of these players with keen interest because they're really exciting players, and
yeah.
they've done an amazing tournament, both of them so far. And it's going to be interesting to see, like, if you see the stats here. Scruffy is the resident New York master, right?
Oh,
But
for sure. Yeah.
Reaper isn't bad at New York at all. And
Yeah, no, Reaper has a 7-11 record. So
yeah, he's only lost it once. So going to be exciting to see what happens now. As you can see, like the map record, 152 by Scruffy, which is just an insane record, right?
Yeah, no. Literally, like any record that's 1 minute, it's cracked. I do it will be interesting to see if a map ever gets below 1 minute for the record, but
Yeah,
I doubt that'll happen unless it's a very specific spin and player.
yeah,
So
in Dartmoor.
and Dartmoor, yeah. True.
But
Although
yeah,
it is
yeah,
Yeah, I was about to say it is interesting how often Scruffy picks this map. It makes sense as it kind of fits Scruffy's like kind of super fast, like instant spin wins, especially for shorter maps. Considering
yeah.
that he has like 13, 14 picks on this map, or maybe not picks, some of them could be RNG. So
And it's just to it's always fascinating with the players at this level how they see a spin and they plan so fast. They know exactly what to bring. They don't have to ponder. They just pick their items and load in. And it is absolutely amazing to watch sometimes.
yeah, for sure. It's insane how they can literally look at a spin and they know like, oh, this is, this start. Like sure, it's not as impressive on New York that what we're about to see, but on like Paris, just instantly being able to be like, oh yeah, that's a double down. Oh yeah, that's that.
Oh, it's we've got a little delay for a spin here.
Wow,
What's going
they
on?
teasing us over here. Okay.
Yeah, just this last minute.
Yeah, that was the most last minute one I've ever seen too. It caught me off guard. I was
Second,
like,
actually.
right?
Uh, all right. So, what was I gonna say? I got kind of put off by the, like, I got confused by the sudden delay here. But
Oh, for sure.
Ruffy asked for 2 minutes so he can do a practice spin.
Oh, okay.
That's amazing. What are you doing,
That's fair.
Scruffy?
It's funny because we saw him on the title screen this entire time. And he's like, wait a minute, hold up. I need a practice spin. While Reaper's just waiting around, just
Yeah, the admin. Oh yeah, the admin isn't. The admin has problems logging on to the system. That's what's going on right now.
Oh, I see.
Um, but yeah, both of the players have been talking about like there's one condition in New York that's like always been kind of slow, and then Buns and Beats figured out that you can actually make it quicker, and it's consumed poison. And both of the players have been talking about practicing consumed poison, I think.
Yeah, I know I at least saw Reaper earlier posting in a RR chat, like, please
Yeah,
give us
the,
the consume poison.
he spent all of his practice just practicing consumed poison.
Oh man, that's gonna suck if it's injected poison.
Yeah, just the admin missed the rigging. Okay, so
Yeah.
do you want to read the spin?
Yeah, sure. It will be loud shotgun suit for Athena Savalas. So practically or not the New York spin, but suit anything is kind of, instantly we know it's default start, and then you just smuggle in whatever weapon, either in the briefcase you're holding or the one upstairs. So it looks
What
like
is?
Scruffy right now, he's immediately at it. Meanwhile, maybe a refresh on Reaper's end. I don't see any change.
Yeah, I'm wondering why he's not moving. He's not doing anything. Did he just see the condition and give up?
Uh,
Wait, hold on.
not
Oh, he's,
entirely sure.
I just checked. He is absolutely not moving. So
Yeah, that's not the OBS man. That's actually what's happening. I mean, maybe there might be something since you did mention admin having trouble. Maybe a new link was sent and Reaper didn't get the memo. Maybe.
oh, Reaper didn't get the spin link. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes a ton of more sense. I know like grand finals is scary and all, but I wouldn't be that paralyzed, you know.
Scruffy was so heavy into it as well.
Right?
It's almost finished. That's a bummer.
That that would have been really funny if he did finish before the spin drops. But yeah. So we will have yet another wait, but it's okay. I mean, I have some other stats we could read off. Rieper is 15th for most played, while Scruffy is 33rd. So there's, and that's matches, not maps. So that's
Most
like
played
a
matches, yeah.
huge jump. Yeah, huge jump.
Yeah, Reaper's been around for quite a lot longer than Scruffy.
Yeah. Rieper was RR9, while Scruffy was,
I do
I want to
suspect that
say
Scruffy doesn't
10 or
know.
11.
This is a cool way to do loud kills, by the way. Just make
Oh yeah,
her...
Panicker.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that is cool as fuck. Yeah, I do like how Scruffy chooses to continue to spin for our amusement. Thank you,
Yeah,
Scruffy.
I like it. So he can actually finish before the new spin arrives.
Yeah. Come on, Scruffy, you're almost there.
He's gonna
Go,
find
go,
out.
go.
He's gonna find out right now that there's no done button.
Oh, that would have been evil. He didn't realize, and then when he presses done, it's for the new spin.
Oh,
Fuck.
and he has to... He finished the entire spin, and now... Oh my.
I mean, I'm sure he knows.
This is a bit of a
but-
patchy start for this match, but you know,
Oh, he didn't know.
I'm enjoying it. It is. That was, he actually managed to, in the delay time, he managed to finish the entire spin.
That's the most fucking Scruffy thing I ever heard of. What the fuck, dude?
All right, so half a minute until the actual real spin that will actually be played.
Yeah, the real one this time. We promise.
I'll read it up this time, all right?
Yeah, yeah, make it even for us. Thank you.
So yeah, 10 seconds left. And the players are wishing each other good luck in the chat. So here we go. It's going to be, let's see now. It's Tina Savalas would consume poison as high
Let's
security.
go!
No way!
Yes!
That's fantastic. Who gets in first? Okay, it's a lot of planning going on.
Yeah, no, I
Okay.
actually don't know about this new strat, so this is actually really exciting to see.
Yeah, it is quite a lot faster than. Oh, thank God you did use the sedative pills, Scruffy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they both have lethal and sedative, so
Yeah,
that's a terrible mix-up if that
So-
happens.
so easy to get the wrong one.
Yeah. I know like some players do like play in another language that they don't even natively speak. And like if
That sounds
that
like
was
a
the
problem.
case. Yeah. I think like Bullcat did it with Japanese and Glitch Food does it with Mandarin, although he's actually learning Mandarin, so that one's valid. But here we go. Both players
Oh.
going into the vault. That was a big whoosh for Rieper 47 right there.
Oh, and Scruffy just ripped.
I think Scruffy didn't get like I don't know, it looks like there was no
He got
crowbar or something.
seen opening the crowbarring open the vault.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay.
So that puts Reaper in a lead actually. And
Yeah, Rieper.
he is carrying around a data core, and there are people around. So
Yeah, so with the data core, you can't get seen carrying it. The only way you can is if you are carrying a briefcase, but it doesn't look like he has a briefcase, but I think there might be one here
there's
somewhere.
one right here, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, he
That,
has the vodka. He has the briefcase with the data core. He just needs to poison Athena, and he also has the correct disguise. So everything's looking good for him.
So if everything goes smooth for Reaper now, he does have a significant lead.
Yeah.
Almost a full minute is a massive lead in New York.
Oh, for sure.
Great work, 47. You now have access to the vault.
I mean, he practically has like everything set up for him. He just has the final steps. And as long as he doesn't really, mess up with those. Ooh,
But
lots
why
of
does-
enforcers.
Why does I feel like there's something? I feel like everything's late for Reaper. Wasn't she supposed to be in her little escape room now?
I am not the guy to ask.
Yeah, I think Reaper's gonna be waiting for a while, actually.
Ooh, that was a big whoosh, but he's safe. And it looks like cameras are taken care of already, which, yeah, they did that downstairs in the data core. So really nothing Reaper has to worry about except for leaving. But it looks like
Yeah.
Scruffy has way better timing. So that
Yeah.
actually might make a huge difference.
Yeah, she's gonna die pretty soon for Ruffy, at least. Think.
Yeah, this will be
Oh.
interesting to see.
Reaper is waiting at the exit. And now it's only a matter of when she drinks her drink. I do believe she will die much earlier for Scruffy.
Yeah, Scruffy did grab the key, and he's at the,
This is going to be a
the
photo
exit.
finish. Oh my god, they died at the same time. Oh my.
440 and 443.
3 seconds difference.
And out of all photo finishes, this one's the most interesting because Scruffy has a fast computer but restarted, while Reaper did a first try, but he has a slow ass PS5. So,
Yeah, Scruffy is saying that that never happened in practice. Is saying in Discord chat. And yeah, that's a very close photo finish. Reaper has slightly. Well, Scruffy has a restart, but Reaper has quite a lot slower loading, I think.
yeah.
So it's going to be exciting to see what the loading time will do to this.
This might be one of the rare cases where a photo finish actually ends up in a tie. Because, like, I believe the range is like, what is it, like 3 seconds? It's like 3 or 2 seconds.
2 seconds. If they finish 2 seconds with only 50 seconds difference, it's a tie.
Yeah.
But Scruffy actually finished earlier and he had more restarts. And the loading time is, of course, taken out of the calculation. So the more loading time you have, the faster you have, basically.
Yeah, I do want to add, according to In4Fun, it's 4 seconds if it's over one load. And yeah.
Come again?
Apparently.
Reaper has
Oh,
4
no.
seconds over.
One load. Isn't that what you said in for? You said 4S over one load apostrophe.
No, yeah, Reaper has 4 seconds loading time.
Oh, I'm stupid. Never mind. I just guessed his loading times. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. Okay.
He's writing that he's guessing though.
Yeah.
So
I thought he was talking about when we were talking about its 2 second difference. I thought he was saying like, oh, if it's one load, it's 4.
oh yeah,
Like,
no,
that's a
no,
weird
it's
rule,
still
but
2 seconds.
Yeah. I was like, weird rule, but I'm not an admin, so I'll take it.
Yeah, I am admin, so I should probably remember these things.
Yeah. It's all fine.
This is fascinating. With that unfortunate, really slow. I don't understand why she was sitting at her desk at that time. She's not supposed
Yeah.
to do that.
Time to
Yeah,
find
that was
Dahlia
weird.
Margolis.
I don't know. I mean, Hitman kind of works like a clock where each arm kind of affects a different arm. So maybe he could have done something, but there isn't anything I saw that would result in that. So
Now, Scruffy's doing this thing again where he's finishing a full spin while
Yeah.
waiting for.
What I mean, yeah.
Well, he didn't though, actually.
Wow, fake news. Come on, dude.
All right, so
Good work, 47.
we are still waiting
Time
for
to
the photo
find
finish
Dahlia
results,
Margolis.
and after that
Yeah,
we
looks
are
good.
going to my absolute favorite map, Paris,
Yep.
and I'm really excited about this photo finish. To be honest, I'm not sure
Yeah,
what
no,
else to
it's
say. Like,
yeah.
I find it fascinating that like a community favorite map, Paris, is one that Scruffy says that he's not really into at all.
Hey man, everyone has a bad opinion, you know. It's
Yeah, yeah,
and honestly, like, eh,
yeah. I like Ambrose Island.
yeah. I'm trying to think of like bad Hitman takes, and like I'm trying to compare it to Scruffy's bad take on Paris, and honestly, like, it's not the
Train.
worst take in the world, but like I definitely am on the side of Paris being dope. Hitman
Oh
as a
yeah.
whole, yeah. Paris is a roulette. Doesn't feel like a roulette community favorite. Okay. Uh,
We are people with subjective
yeah.
opinions.
Bro, it's so crazy. Like, there's people who like have like different
Welcome to
opinions
Paris,
and
47.
types and all
The
that.
show
It's
is
like
just about to start.
crazy.
This is the red carpet of it.
Now, Chris being the admin. Chris is
Oh yeah,
typing
Chris is
in.
the admin.
He's currently is typing. It says under
Ooh,
at the bottom of the screen. So we might get some results soon.
yeah. Results coming soon.
It is, of course, extra important that you get every detail right in a.
Work
Oh,
47.
there we go.
Time to find Dahlia Margolis.
Scruffy won.
Scruffy takes it, yeah. Scruffy
Nice.
had 6 seconds across 2 loads, and Reaper had 4 seconds across 1 load.
Nearly 5 seconds of loading for one load for Reaper.
Yeah.
So
So
we're off
really
to
that
Paris.
yeah. That Scruffy rip, I mean, he probably would have gotten the fast timing first anyways, but it kind of saved him in a way. So
Yeah. I mean, what kind of messed up Reaper's run was that for some reason Athena wasn't where I suspected her. Now I expected her to be at least.
hey man. Hitman, that's the only answer I got for you, man. It's Hitman.
Yeah, weird when like slightly random things happen. We got 3.5 minutes until the next map.
Yeah.
Um,
And as we
now
can see, it's kind of the reverse, and we're gonna see that throughout the rest of the map, except for Miami, where the person who picked the map has a better winning record against the other person. In this case, it's a 3-4 record for Scruffy, which is a 43% win rate, and a 6-3, which I somehow have it down as 67, but I feel like that shouldn't be it. But whatever. I'll fucking trust the math. 6 67% win rate with a 6-3. So
That sounds about right, right? I'm
yeah, I don't know. I
not a
doubted
math
myself
guy.
for a second, but yeah,
Reaper,
I
you're not
fucking
supposed to kill those people. Oh
it's
my
the
god.
pregame. It's fine.
It's making a mess of this. No, don't get caught by the cameras. This isn't looking good for Reaper.
Yeah, Reaper's run is not SA. I don't think so.
The map record for this one. 2 minutes 22 seconds. 547. Jesus,
Yeah, that
what a
was
run.
an RR11. Yeah, no, 222 is a very fast Paris.
Yeah.
Although I could see either of these players taking that record, personally. Especially
Yeah, absolutely.
Scruffy on the right spin.
Time to find Dahlia Margolis.
Reaper's angry about having lost New York, so now he's taking it out on the NPCs.
Which, like, honestly, kind of deserved. It is the NPC's fault.
Yeah.
Yes, take out your anger on the French. I agree, Blunts.
Starting to get feeling that Blunts isn't a fan of French people.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't blame him, you know.
Now head towards an exit.
It's like, it is a good map. It is a good map, but, you know, good Hitman map doesn't mean good
fantastic.
at anything else. I do want to mention that it is very interesting how Rieper has more sweeps than Scruffy because he played a lot more matches, but neither of them have ever done a reverse sweep.
Really?
So,
Huh.
yeah. Neither. I looked up on the reverse sweep board, and neither of them were on there.
Even I have one of those.
Yeah. So it would be very cool to see a first reverse sweep. For you know, it would have to be Reaper, but I don't know. I feel like a grand finals one would be very rare. Did that
Having
even happen ever?
a reverse sweep in a grand final would mean we would be sitting here for a while.
Yes.
If it's 8-0 and then goes to 8-10.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's a lot of maps. All right, ready to read the spin?
Hell yeah, I am. It will be Falling Object Palace Staff Victor Novikov in Explosion Accident Cicada Bodyguard for Dahlia Margolis. Bro, this is a
Right.
really very like interesting spin.
Yeah.
Explosion
the
Accident
Dahlia,
Cicada Bodyguard is possibly one of the fastest Dahlias you could have, or one of the best Dahlias you could have. Same
yeah.
for Falling Object Victor, but Palace Staff. I don't want to say it ruins it per se, but okay, I'll say it. It kind of does ruin this, ruin it a little bit.
It'd be interesting to see if Scruffy will now. Is he planning on getting him in the stairs? Because it kind of looks like it. And if so, that's gonna be
I mean, there are falling
really
objects
interesting
in this area. Although he knocked out those
Oh,
two.
look at that.
Oh, there's
Look
one
at
right
that.
there. That's actually incredible map knowledge from Scruffy. Meanwhile, Reaper's doing a very standard
Time to
falling
find
object.
Dahlia Margolis.
So, no surprises there.
Yeah. This is super efficient from Scruffy.
Targets are down.
Yeah,
That is
and that's
a
going to be a
new
map record.
fucking record. Jesus Christ.
136.
What the hell, man? That is fantastic. That's their the falling object in the stairs. Fantastic idea.
Yeah, no,
He
that
handled
was
that
amazing
so
to
well.
see.
And knowing that he could get away with taking out those two bodyguards as well.
Yeah.
All right.
All
That's it for us for the time being, I think.
Yeah,
we-
no. Next it should be oh yeah, it will be Sparkles and Pack next for our
Ooh.
casters for the next two maps. If you do see me and Osh again, it will be for map 7 and map 8, which I believe is Sapienza Miami, but it could yeah, no it is. So
Okay,
yeah,
maps. So let's hope they get there then.
yeah. All right, see you
Pack and
guys later.
Sparkles, you coming in?
Yep, I'm here. Pockets too.
I'm here as
Alright.
well.
Welcome.
Perfect.
I'll mute myself then.
Thank you very much, guys. And yeah, hello everybody. Me
Enjoy.
and Pock here this time. And we are doing maps 3 and 4, which will be Marrakesh and Mumbai.
Just to flash back to that, Paris, that was absolutely incredible job by Scruffy to know where that falling object was and to be able to understand that Victor was completely safe by shooting that chandelier above his head. And
Yeah,
now
that
we
is
have Marrakesh
incredible.
coming up.
Yeah, so at the start of that Paris, I opened a chocolate bar and I barely got to finish it in time. Fast he was. So yeah, goes to show Scruffy insane. But yeah,
Absolutely.
next up, as you said as well, is Marrakesh. 4 minutes.
And both players have been here before. Scruffy having a very even 50% 1-to-1 record, whereas Rieper has a 4-to-6 record. His end, and going against former champion and Scruffy, I did ask Rieper earlier today how it feels to be in this position, and he's just gonna enjoy it and try not to worry about the absolute beast on the other side of the screen that is Scruffy. Especially considering he was actually originally planning on sitting this tournament out and didn't put much practice into it. And here he is now in the finals.
Good work.
Maybe it just goes to show
Now
you
to
that
locate General
taking
Locator.
more relaxed and gets you far. Yeah,
Yeah,
Scruffy, even with only 2 plays of Marrakesh, certainly been slacking here either. You can see he's currently doing the double seeker honeycomb strategy for Reza and both. If they
yeah.
do get a spin that is viable with those, then it will be another very, very fast one. So maybe we see another back-to-back record break, but obviously Chris would have to cook up a record to beat, or spin rather, to beat his own records. We'll see if he does that.
Yeah, that is something very interesting to monitor. We do have our admin for this match here being Chris X3, the actual record holder of Marrakesh. However, that record was achieved back in Roulette Rivals World Championship 2021, so almost 2.5 years ago now, which is very insane to think about that it's held this long with so many improved and improvised strategies over the years.
Yeah, this is the current longest standing record we have. And yeah, in for fun, saying in the chat that it's been 938 days since the match that we got the record from. So if this survives this match and most likely a couple more, we have maybe a 1,000-day record, but we'll see how it goes.
That would definitely be a really cool statistic if it did reach 1,000 days. No.
Yeah, even 938 is absolutely insane as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Now, something interesting about the picks. Of course, you're gonna pick the maps that you like, with Marrakesh, of course, being one of Scruffy's enjoyed maps, and he banned the maps he didn't want to play. Not really groundbreaking stuff there, but something that is pretty interesting is that he has played with Rieper a lot, most recently winning Team Roulette 5 with him. So now he's on the other side of the screen from Rieper, and he has a very good understanding of his gameplay in general. So you got to wonder if this will help Scruffy out at all.
Yeah, that also should go both ways, though. So maybe it'll help Reaper out as well.
And we do have the spin arriving in just about 10 seconds. So do you want to take this one?
And do that. We have Reza Zaydan with an SMG as the bodyguard and no target pacification, and Klaus Strandberg with a pistol as the headmaster.
Thanks, spin here. 2 weapons.
Yeah, it
Firearms
doesn't look
fast.
like a double seeker plan for either one. Understandable. You do need the weapons. You want to have something for the bodyguard as well, most likely, and headmaster is free, so
Welcome to
Scruffy in
No.
again very quickly after a little replan.
Now, Reza is no target pacification, so I wonder if that will change up their strategies at all. It probably won't, as we might most likely see the radio lure into the room with the falling object toilet to get him down, but you do have to wonder if a strategy like the peekaboo outside of the prison room might be used here as well.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. It probably depends on the timing you get for Reza. Well, I would very much think it's just bone stock radio lure for both of them, but maybe I am wrong. We'll see. In whatever time it takes for these guys to get to Reza.
Now, both players are in the headmaster disguise, seemingly headed towards the consulate where Klaus Hugo Strandberg is located. Scruffy arriving just shortly before Rieper does, but both seem to be very on pace with each other.
Yeah, in terms of the strategy, it looks pretty much identical, so
you may
I do think this is going to be a close one if neither of them
now to
restarts,
locate
but
Klaus Strandberg.
we'll see. Everything is possible after all.
And the only difference I have noticed at this point is that Scruffy, when he was on the headmaster's roof, he actually made the street guards down below panic and run up to the roof, whereas Rieper just exited the roof without panicking anyone.
No, he did do that same thing just before getting the headmaster, but I assume that plan there is because the shopkeeper guy at the ground level is an enforcer to headmaster disguise, so he couldn't, or so you could not get out that way if you were to do no panic.
Huh.
Yeah,
Something new
2:30
every day.
time. Let's
Both
get
players making great timing here for Klaus.
Scruffy a little earlier, but he did also plan in a little quicker. Even gets the knockout on Cloud. As Reaper will just get the live kill, so
Next up, Reza Zaydan.
speeds him up a little bit. By too much, but catches up just that little bit more.
And both players do take the consulate janitor disguise to make for a very easy escape from the consulate, as the headmaster is trespassing and would give them more trouble than they wish to encounter for leaving the area.
Yeah, and also the security sucks.
That's
Might as
true.
well not be a disguise. So, very identical still. I didn't see if Reaper had anything for the bodyguard. I assume he has a phone, like Scruffy does, but No,
Sometime it looks like he
doesn't
actually
It's
might
a
have a
ducky.
medic. Oh.
Okay,
Looks
so
to be
Reaper is
using
doing just a chain lure for the bodyguard. As yeah, Scruffy with the phone will get him a little quicker.
You gotta be.
This now, that little time save in the consulate with Klaus.
Scruffy double checking to make sure the woman isn't walking in, as she can be a real pain in the butt for anyone trying to get the bodyguard disguise in that bathroom.
That little hesitation actually, yeah, still keeps Reaper pretty much neck and neck with Scruffy.
Almost completely identical gameplay from both players here. And the one key difference you do notice is the in-game time, so that might affect the cycles for either player when it comes to getting Reza in that radio room. But there isn't too much of a time difference, so it might not matter, but it's still something to keep an eye on.
Shouldn't be too much in the
You're in.
end.
Good work, 47. Now to locate General
Scruffy
Zaydan.
getting that
Oh,
side KO.
dangerous. There.
It's actually very much just safe, even though it is a side slash frontal KO. It's supposedly always green anyway, so
Uh-uh.
the more you know.
Oh,
Yeah, very much just normal cash. Reaper actually, I think he has Reza a little further up the stairs than Scruffy did, so he is actually
yeah.
a little bit ahead.
It did look like Scruffy had to wait for Reza to turn around to go up the stairs, whereas Razor was like directly at the staircase when Reaper triggered the audio. So,
Yeah, Reaper is, I think, a tiny bit ahead. Yeah, throw distract a couple earlier. No reaction for Scruffy, though.
there it
Waste
goes.
even more time. And yeah, Reaper takes the lead right at the end.
Both targets down. Now head
Oh
towards
no,
exit.
Scruffy even gets a bullet panic.
Oh, that is not good for Scruffy, but
He
hopefully
runs, he
might.
should be fine unless they find Reza somehow, but Reaper
Reaper
is
has
out on
exited.
the other side, and yeah, Scruffy.
And look at this. Now it's Reaper taking a 3-second lead for the photo finish.
Yeah, with the Reaper with a longer planning as well. I'm not sure if it affects anything, so if he has longer loads, this should be very close, so. But yeah,
I don't-
another 3-second photo finish. Crazy.
I don't think there was a restart on either end, so
Yeah, no,
that
there wasn't.
so this will definitely be a very close call. Definitely an
Yeah.
interesting.
I could honestly even see a photo finish tie here, but wait a
And
little bit.
That would definitely be something to see, especially with our next map coming up in Mumbai.
Oh,
So, tie would definitely make things interesting here, with Reaper and Scruffy both gaining a point. That would be, and at least take us to map
6.
6. Yeah.
Yeah, I do think that Reaper has at least a tie here, like Fun said in the chat as well. I do very much. I don't think Scruffy has that much loads, considering he was faster on the plan as well. So we'll see.
Yeah. Also had a slightly longer in-game time, if I do believe. So
Yeah.
the Reaper definitely has got that going for him as well.
Yeah, the little mishap with Reza not going for the throw gave Reaper that little bit of lead, and then And the bullet panic at the end made it that little bit more sketch, but
It's hiding somewhere.
still very close. And yeah, I expected this match to be close. Well, maybe not expecting a 2 photo finishes in 3 maps type close, but I'm all for it. The grand finals, after all.
Absolutely. It just makes this match feel like even more big of a deal than it already is, which it is a huge deal. Just having 2 insanely close photo finishes within the first 3 maps just adds to the excitement level that is the Roulette Rivals 14 Grand Finals. While we do wait, we do have Scruffy practicing some Mumbai strategies. That map coming up shortly.
Very well done, 47. No rest for the wicked, however.
Your good old
On to the next one.
Skywalk. An early break as well to
Well, that caused a pillar of purple smoke to rise above the slums.
But yeah, for Mumbai specifically, it's kind of funny because Skywalk has fallen out a little bit. Just Charles nowadays, the more used, as you have a lot more time variation for, or time for different variations of Maelstrom, but we also have
We do have
points
the
for
results.
points for Marrakesh. The official.
Scruffy loaded.
Yep. Sorry.
Were you taking that? Or
No, you can take.
all right. Scruffy has loaded for 5.38 seconds across one load. Rieper has loaded for 8.98 seconds across one load. Therefore, Rieper has extended his lead and wins Marrakesh, score being 4-2, with Mumbai coming at 44 past the hour. Great job from Rieper there.
Yeah, pretty much
Great job.
expected result after the Reza
Taking-
throw distract shenanigans, especially in my opinion, but no
Oh yeah,
sweeps.
absolutely.
No sweeps for Scruffy this time either, so
Or reverse sweeps.
or reverse sweeps either. Very true. But
Taking
Rieper-
a map from Scruffy, let
yeah,
alone,
once again, as
is
you do.
really incredible. Now, we do have Mumbai coming up in just about 2 minutes. Scruffy has been here 9 times with a record of 5-3-1, and Rieper has been here 14 times with this record of 11-2-1.
Confirmed kill on Vanya Shaw.
But the interesting thing about this is they have actually played each other on it twice, splitting the series 1-1.
Yep, that is true. So yeah, Scruffy's win was in RWC 23, where he did beat Rieper in their second map, and then in R11, also the second map, but that time was Rieper who took it. So
Very interesting.
yeah, it should be a close map as well, especially with all the new stuff for Mumbai. Like you see, beside he's done the bullet impact distract for Dawood. I think he tried the concrete tube thing, falling object, but missed the timing. But regardless,
That would
the
be
bullet impact panic for his guards.
That would actually be a very interesting spin condition, Dawood falling object, because if we did see that, it could potentially lead to that strategy that we just saw Scruffy practicing, whereas normally, like you were saying, the strategies have all evolved for Mumbai. So normally you would just do like a regular brick lure and then get him with the canoe when he gets there, but to save time, we do But we did see Scruffy practicing the concrete tube drop, which could be a very interesting strategy to see performed in match.
Might be worth looking into.
Sure, if that happens to be yet, but we'll
47.
see in
Our intel
about
suggests the
40
Maelstrom
seconds
is hiding
if
somewhere in
you
the
get
city
it.
slums. I've marked the headquarters of the Crows on your
Also, map record for this map is 547 by Monk. It was in his, I believe, last game for this tournament, but still,
Wow.
that was another Frody record, like Paris was, now also broken in this tournament as well. But yeah, 10 seconds and we'll get map number 4 away. Scruffy looking to go 6-2 up. Rieper looking to tie the match, and the spin is here. So, what do we have?
We have Silenced Assault Rifle as the Elite Thug for Wazir Khaleh, also known as the Maelstrom, Fiberwire with Food Vendor for Vanya Shah, and Silenced Pistol with the Suit for Dawood Rangan. Nothing really out of the ordinary here.
Yeah, looking like a very, very Charles spin. Scruffy, I did see go Charles. Rieper also went Charles. Perfect sense.
47. This is one of the
More than
more
enough time,
With-
especially
My records
since you're
show
not
that
grabbing
residential
a disguise
complex of a
for
lieutenant in the
Maelstrom on the
village
way
said
necessarily.
something
I
was strange
don't know
about
if you can make the Elite Thug timing before going for Maelstrom, but
47.
we'll see.
Our
I
intel
don't think
suggests
either
the
one's gonna
Maelstrom
risk it.
is hiding somewhere in the city slums.
They're
Right.
not
I've marked the
100%. I
headquarters
think
of the
Scruffy
Crows
is
on your
fairly
map.
sure of it, though. Looks like it.
And that's one of those things that does come to play here in
Into the
a
heart of
match as big as the
darkness.
finals. You definitely have to know timings and just have an overall knowledge of the map to know that you can make like the Elite Thug before the Maelstrom gets to the top, which has actually does appear to be what Scruffy has been doing. Rieper, on the other hand, already isolating the guys for the pistol distraction lure for Maelstrom.
And Maelstrom has actually gone down the pipe, or going down the pipe rather, to meet up with this thug, but
That man you just eliminated.
quick
Doesn't
little
matter. Scruffy has got the kill.
rerouting, and yeah, all good for Scruffy.
No rest for the wicked, however. On
Maybe
to the
even
next
better
one.
that he went here actually, because now the suit is a lot closer. Whereas Reaper has got the isolation as normal on the pro hideout, so he's still gonna have to get the Elite Thug then back to the suit as well.
And that's definitely given Scruffy an advantage here with already having one kill out of the way less than 3 minutes into the spin. It's not something you see often on a map like Mumbai where you do have a lot of walking to do for different parts of the spin.
Yeah, and with this, like, these disguises are so convenient, as, like, just for the normal Dawood stuff, you would knock out this food vendor anyways. And now, all you need him for is to drop off your suit, and you have disguise for Vanya, you have the disguise at Dawood already ready. So,
Something
looking
interesting
very
here is
good.
that something interesting here to me at least is that Reaper has actually skipped getting the Elite Thug, leaving Maelstrom isolated as is, and is already going for the brick filler, it looks like, having the food vendor for Vanya, as well as the suit near where he would get Dawood at anyways. Now that will be something that Reaper has to go back and get. So Scruffy definitely does have the advantage here at the moment.
Yeah, for sure. Just getting the Maelstrom kill immediately, not having to go back to it, definitely huge lead at this point for Scruffy. Assuming nothing goes wrong, this should be very, very straightforward. Just your normal Vanya, probably a pistol Dawood even. So, should be nothing out of the ordinary.
Yep. You do have the Brickler activated for both players already, so Vanya should be on her way. Or actually, I thought it was activated for Reaper, but maybe it's not.
Yeah, it looks like he's just dropped off the food vendor for Vanya. He's going probably for the Elite Thug now, then getting the Maelstrom kill, then starting the brick. So even more of a lead for Scruffy in that sense.
And
And also
speaking
with
of
how fast
Scruffy,
this is going, this could be another record, honest. But time is ticking, we'll see. But looking very, very good, in my opinion.
And if nothing goes wrong for Scruffy with the Dawood kill, it could very easily be another record.
Yeah, it depends
Which
on a
would be
couple
two-
things though, but see. I don't think he's
Two
too
records.
stressed if he misses this record, but this is still gonna be a really, really fun.
Yeah, 2 records in one match would be absolutely incredible if he can pull it off. Which, if anyone can pull it off, it is definitely Scruffy.
Perfect timing on arrival for Dawood there.
Meanwhile, we have Reaper just now getting the Maelstrom kill with the silenced assault rifle as the Elite Thug. And Scruffy has pressed done.
Yeah, he's gone for the quick kill. He's got it, and that is by, I think, 4 seconds. That is another map record for Scruffy.
Actually insane. Like,
Yeah,
there's
that is
just no other words
crazy.
to describe it.
That is crazy. And yeah, this is also, to my knowledge, this is not even the first time he's done this in a grand final, this double record. I think against Dane, he also had 2 records in a final. But
Wow.
yeah, still absolutely ridiculous.
Just the speed, the timing, and most importantly, like the map knowledge, just to know that you can make that Elite Thug timing, as well as being able to grab the food vendor and just go straight to Vanya following that Maelstrom kill.
Yeah, honestly, that timing for Dawood as well was pretty much just perfect. Like, could get the pistol as soon as he arrived, and then the quick kill to finish off as well. Absolutely. And but
Absolutely
with that
agree.
said, that is it for us two. Next up
For the
will
time
be
being.
Afro and Yanni.
Yeah,
So,
thank you so
and
much,
Afro,
guys,
Yanni,
for having us, for casting those 2 maps,
Thank you.
and handing over to us. Did a great job, thank you. Yeah, what a Mumbai from Scruffy.
Yeah, amazing. He never ceases to amaze me. His gameplay is just so smooth.
Absolutely. I was, but yeah, as Infant informed us also, you clutched it up 4 seconds for the record, so. Yeah, I mean, Scruffy is a different type of beast. Already got 2 records. That's in this final. That's crazy. And of course, now comfortably sitting on a 6-2 lead here. That's looking pretty good so far. What do you think of the match?
Oh, it's I think the score here doesn't tell the whole story. It's been very exciting so far to see how close it is always what you want to see in a final, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
Just top level
yeah,
roulette.
as you said, close. I mean, 2 of them were photo finishes, like, and
Yeah.
you know, that is already crazy, and like such close ones as well, right? Like by 3 seconds each time, and yeah, one going to Reaper, one going to Scruffy, and then on the other 2 maps, Scruffy was just like a, yeah, with a better map knowledge, maybe with a better strat knowledge, executed it really fast. Also, I mean, just Scruffy and fast spins is just a is a great combination. I feel like.
Yeah.
At he he got those spins, realized they were fast, and completed them in such an amazingly quick way that you know. But that's the way it goes, you know. Maybe it would have been more advantageous for Reaper if you would have gotten different spins, but it's random. You know, that's the beauty of it.
Yeah, that's the name of the game. To be honest, it's literally so you can get a spin where you just practice the strat and you just do better because you just practiced it and the other person doesn't know what to do. So it's always interesting to see. But this Ambrose Island chosen by Scruffy, look at his record. He actually has a negative win rate on this.
Yeah, that's a bit
So
surprising,
surprising
isn't it?
pick. What do you think of Ambrose?
Yeah, I think it's a bit surprising. I mean, first of all, it's surprising to me that Scruffy has a negative record on any map.
Yeah.
That is already surprising. To be fair, I mean, there's some like stats never really tell the whole picture, especially because we don't play like 1,000 maps, and then maybe it starts to get like a bit representative. But that's first of all, luck of the day. Of course, also like maybe some maps you play against really a good opponent, and others are just kind of free. It always influences it, and also, of course, you can't forget everyone started somewhere, so you might have lost a map against someone you might not have lost it like returning later. So I think that's important to note. But still, as you said, Ambrose maybe not looking too great stat wise, but Reaper looking very similar. So, and also we have to remind ourselves that like at that point, like more than half of the maps are already out of the picture, so you have very limited options left. So I think it
Yeah.
makes sense in that position. Also, you always gotta think about, even if I'm not the best at the map, what's the best map I can pick against my opponent, right? But that's the strategy behind it. I mean, overall, Ambrose, I think, can be seen as a bit of a sleeper map, but I'm sure these guys will cook up something exciting here.
I think Ambrose is always very similar, right? Sorry.
Mm.
So this is looking like it. It could be another photo finish. Sorry, Chris, but yeah, it could be another because the strats are always so straightforward. But sometimes you get some spins that can throw a wrench in your plans, and you get taken by surprise a little bit by the spin.
Oh, absolutely. I feel that can definitely happen. But I mean, that's like we have 19 roulette maps, which is a lot, and then on each map you have so insanely many spin combinations that there's always going to be something that will throw you off guard. Like, I mean, these top players, they practiced every disguise, they practiced every kill condition for every target, which is like already like in the thousands, and but then still some like awkward combination on the. I mean, most maps are 2 targets plus, so on those, the combination can throw you off quite easily. So that's the beauty of the game. You never know what to expect. I think it's a big plus point of it.
Yeah, and I know many people dislike Ambrose as a map. I personally do not have anything against it. I think it's a bit overhated, right? It's one of those maps that it feels like people just sleep on it, and I feel like many people. Obviously, this is a final, so leading up to the final, we will be practicing a lot more. But I feel like in regular RRs, like regular matches, people don't practice Embers as much. I think it can be a very good map to practice.
Yeah, I think you're probably right on that. I myself am not really the best Ambrose player. I mean, when it came out, it's also. I mean, it depends on the person, of course. I also wasn't really that interested in it, and then, but of course, you have to learn for roulette if you want to compete. I got a very nice crash course from Infofun. So it's very helpful. But yeah, I mean, it is definitely like a map that splits. Oh, and Scruffy kills himself. Okay.
Yeah,
but
that's my strat, by the way.
I was about
That's
to
me.
say, yeah. Look at that. That's my strat. That's great to see. Hopefully, we'll get that condition, and you can then point out he's doing my strat. Yeah, I would love that.
Yeah, it's always great to see, especially such a player as Scruffy practicing something that little old me did, but yeah, I think I would like to see something a little bit out of the ordinary, like Aka Electro or something like that. What would you like to see in Embers?
Good question. I mean, as I said, I don't really have like a big preference here. As I said, my most spins are very standard. So I think, and it's also like, I think it's like 6 skies or something, or 7. Definitely a low number.
7.
7, thank you. So, I think Hippie always makes it a bit more interesting, just because Noel first is so standard, and then Hippie brings you into the more interesting conundrum, of course depending on the condition, but it's often an interesting conundrum of starting Hippie and being close to those guys, or just doing Noel first because it's convenient. I would assume they would still opt for Noel first, just because, but then you have like a back and forth, so I think there's some room still for optimization there, so I'd be interested to see that, if they can hook up something there. But other than that, as you said, like some unusual conditions are always great to test, like map knowledge, but it's probably going to be quite something of a stock standard spin, and then we'll see who can execute it faster.
Honestly, 90% of spins are very standard, so I do not have much hope to see something out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
But one can dream, right?
Absolutely, you can hope for anything, and we'll just have to see if it works, if it comes up. But
yeah, I mean, people were begging for the consumed poison in New York, and it actually happened. So
that's true.
I'm
like
hopeful.
I mean, it all was the audience made it happen. all the wishing, all the praying, that made it. Yeah, actually, that's why hitmaps had problems. That's why Chris couldn't log into hitmaps, because there was like some DD that said, nope, you're gonna respin and you're gonna get consumed poison. But here we are. Might you tell us what the spin is?
Yeah, so we have Noel Crest Drowning as Pirate, and Aka Silence Assault Rifle as the Hippie. Well, it's pretty standard, I'd say. Even, like, very standard. Not too many difficulties here.
Pretty much. Yeah, I agree. Because, there is the Hippie that I mentioned. But then again, it's also Noel Drowning, so you don't really have much room even for doing anything else than an immediate square start and then doing a Seeker. So that's what Sagama gonna do. And then they'll get a pirate, as Scruffy can neatly showcase here, moving that pirate around. And then they worry about the Hippie after killing Noel.
Yeah, I feel like Aka Hippie is way easier than Noel Hippie. Like, Aka Hippie is not something that you have to watch out for, as opposed to Noel Hippie. But Noel Drowning is like the free kill, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, as always the thing, drowning is generally like half the targets in the trilogy are like isolated with medics anyway, and then that's a free kill. But it can also be a very interesting condition depending on the target. If you don't if you don't normally do that. But here it is. So and Scruffy got the bomb delivery a little bit faster, I would say. No, actually, it's very similar in-game time-wise. Scruffy did load in a bit quicker, but might also be some stream delays. But very similar so far.
Yeah, they're drowning Noel at the exact same time, 160. So this is looking like a mirror match so far, which is not surprising.
No. That's such great players. I think that makes a whole lot of sense. Yeah, still, I mean, I think Scruffy's pirate grab was a bit faster, but didn't really matter in the end. So we'll see how it goes. But now definitely both. I mean, this is interesting. Both climbing up here. Scruffy has to wait anyway, so this is interesting. Now you see a bit of a divergence, because Scruffy makes Akasik first, and then we'll get the disguise now, while Rieper doesn't really want to wait and goes to Hippie first.
That's gonna cost Rieper, and also they both have a trank, so I think, at least I think, that the Hippie grab will not be a problem for either of them. Oh no, wait, Scruffy doesn't have the trank, so it will be a KO for him.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. That might bring it back for me, because I was about to say that like Scruffy already having secured Aka might be a bit of a time save because Reaper still has to do that, and you have to wait like the 20 seconds or something that it takes for her to walk to the toilet. But I mean now, like honestly on the screen, Scruffy already nearly caught up, so I would still scrape a Scruffy here, but it might help out Reaper at least.
Oh, but there is a lockdown on Reaper's side because Noel's body was found and Aka's not sick, so that will delay her a little bit, I think. Oh no, the panic's over.
Okay, I was about to wonder if he
I was scared.
If he didn't make her sick yet. If I'm not mistaken.
No, he didn't.
Yeah. Okay. But then yeah, this is just too late from Reaper. Scruffy just a little bit faster with all that he did already at the exit. He went flying there, and that should be it for Scruffy. It should be the 8-2.
Yeah, that's already match point for Scruffy, and I don't think we have a chance to see a photo finish here. Reaper is still quite far from exiting.
Yeah, I mean,
this looks like a Scruffy win.
I think even the path to the exit it takes more than 30 seconds, so no chance there for Reaper, sadly. But once again, yeah, I mean, Amber's is a fast map, pretty standard spins. Scruffy just executed very well. No mistake, really. The combo was a nice touch by Reaper, but didn't. The overall strat by Scruffy was just really good. So didn't really have a chance. But yeah, now it's 8-2, and Scruffy only needs one more win. He's on match point now.
Yeah, and we're off to Berlin, which I'm sure you're very happy about. I know you like Berlin a lot.
I mean, I'm not like I do like the map. I'm not like the biggest Berlin fan in the world. But it is a great map, I think. And there are definitely a lot of Berlin fans, that's for sure. But it is a very unique map, so. And I do know that, I mean, Scruffy is of course a beast at Berlin, but I think Rieper. But then again, Rieper picked it, so I think that's an interesting choice as well, because I wouldn't have picking Berlin against Scruffy is not something that can be done easily. But I think Rieper is also really good at it, and Rieper likes the long wrap, so we'll see what comes out of it.
Look at Reaper's record, very impressive, 10-3, which explains maybe why he picked Berlin. But Scruffy not too bad as well with a 6-2 record.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, both players having great stats as I expected, but still, I mean, goes to show that Rieper definitely also very comfortable on this map. So I'm expecting something very close here. I think Berlin is definitely one of the most, regardless of how fun it is to play for you personally, I think it just is a very interesting map to watch. Just because there, I do like seeing the exact same strats by both, and just seeing in the end if it's like a photo finish or the little details that make up a win. But then again, it's also really interesting, especially on Berlin, where there are infinite routing options, to see what the players are going for. And I think that's just something that's very interesting to see. Depends very heavily on the spin, but that's also a thing. Not only is Berlin unique in the way that it is, but it also has a lot of targets, so that it increases it even further and makes the possibility for certain spins even higher. So it depends a lot on the spin, but then again, even given a certain spin, very, very likely that we'll not see the exact same strat.
Yeah, I agree. I think I always say that Berlin is the quintessential roulette map in the way that you have complete freedom on which approach to take. And even though it's been considered one of the longer maps, we've seen recently some developments that allow players to go as far as 3 minutes into a spin and finishing. If you've seen any of the spins posted in the Discord, sometimes they are very impressive routes. But yeah, I really like Berlin as a map to play. But I think actually the opposite of you. Watching Berlin can feel very overwhelming at times.
Fair.
There's a lot going on. It's sometimes hard to keep up. I feel for the admins having to tick all the kills. But yeah, I think I think it's a really fun map to explore because you get a spin and you have like 3 or 4 viable ways to complete it in a very short time, and I think it's one of the maps you get a lot of variations from the players. So I'd agree with you on that point.
I mean, I get that what you mean as well. Makes sense. It can definitely be a lot to follow. But we do have the the markers in the bottom, as you said, that will at least show which players did which kill. That of course helps. But also, I mean, I'm always looking at it from an analytical side mostly, so I'm always interested in the strats. But yeah, definitely can be a lot too. In either case,
And look at Scruffy's screen. Why is
yeah.
Montgomery there? What?
Yeah, that can happen because like the roll fluor. I mean, he initiated the roll fluor for all the. Well, don't know what's happening here.
All right, I didn't see that.
But yeah, I mean, Montgomery can go down these other stairs if certain things, like if that's a closer path. And definitely with roll fluor that can happen
Oh,
too.
depending on his cycle, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, as I wanted to say about the roll fluor that Scruffy was practicing, that has like it was the stock standard strat in the very early days of RR, like R4, 5, 6, for the first year that it was in roulette, and and now it's like a reversal, and now roll fluor, a better version of the roll fluor, slowly starting to resurface. So maybe we'll see that if Spin allows for it, but I'm curious.
Rollfloor's coming back, and shout out to Moo for doing a very comprehensive video on it. But the spin arrives in just 5 seconds. I'll let you take it.
Thank you. We have the first agent with a loud explosive weapon as a dealer, another with fiber wire as a bartender, third with an explosion accident as a DJ, then a loud shotgun as delivery guy, and finally a fire kill as Rolf Hirschmüller.
Alright. A fire kill. That has to be done on Lowenthal, I guess, because Molly's not allowed anymore.
Pretty much.
Definitely makes for an interesting routing.
Exactly. Pretty interesting.
2
yeah.
players having a big think.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's a really challenging thing, right? Because like you have like maps like New York and Dartmoor where you have to be in like 2 seconds out. You can be in like 2 seconds after you see the spin. On Berlin, it's so hard to think of a plan like instantly. First of all, you have to read all the conditions. That takes like 20 seconds, and then you have to very quickly make a concise plan out of it, and it's really difficult. So I don't blame them for spending a bit more time in the loading screen. But it looks like both people
I agree.
starting DJ here.
Yeah, I think DJ is the most straightforward way to approach this spin. I'm sure chat has other ideas. I'll let them be the experts for that. I'm not very well versed in Berlin strats.
Yeah, I mean, we did talk about the roll fluor that it's not really applicable here because of the fire kill. As you said, there's one fire barrel up in the biker garage. On the same floor are some incinerators. But the only target that's really viable for it is Lowenthal. I've also seen some players like triple shotting down Tremaine, and that works pretty well too. But generally, like definitely in the biker area is the only way you can do this kill, really.
Yeah, and Scruffy luring Banner down with a triple shot. Had to wait a little bit for Montgomery's cycle to be optimal. While Rieper will get the dealer right away.
Absolutely. I mean, that's what I said. Like, it's no 2 runs will be the same. That's really interesting to see. Of course, dealer with the loud explosive could either be an exit kill, but it's also, then again, you have to think about, you really do want to bring up this Rolf Hirschmüller disguise because you need it for upstairs. And don't really want to go down again if you can avoid it. So you might think about doing this kill live. But then of course you either need to box very quickly or do it in a soundproof area.
Yeah, and Scruffy having KO'd Banner while Reaper is working on the Montgomery isolation here. Gets it on the stairs.
He's not down
pretty
yet. He needs
quickly,
to
but
KO
gets
him.
combat.
It's okay, but he still needs
Hopefully-
to KO him. And
Hopefully
there we go.
no.
Someone heard that.
Oh, but someone heard that.
It could be fine. Yeah, there we go. That's fine.
Oh, crisis averted. Ooh,
Crisis averted.
I was
Yeah, I was a
scared
bit
for a
afraid
second.
because like after he punched him first, he wasn't down, so he had, like didn't throw anything at him. So he had to do that again. But very nice save for him. That could have ended very badly.
Ooh,
Nice.
getting a little peekaboo here.
Needs to be careful here.
Oh, this is scary.
Yeah, but Reaper's spending a lot of time on this anyway, so that definitely gets him like behind, no matter what he does. But yeah, Scruffy just flying
In the
still.
meantime, I haven't paid attention to Scruffy much.
Yeah. I gotta admit, I also don't know which kill he did as the first kill. I would assume it's the loud explosive kill, cause the other guys are upstairs and he still has his propane, so very, very, very likely that it's the loud explosive kill.
Scruffy being a bit annoyed at what he did here. It
Yeah.
looks like.
It makes sense because the only two kills you can really do downstairs right away, because of the disguises, are loud kills. It's a loud explosive and an explosion accident,
Yeah.
both which of course will cause panic if you don't do them in soundproof spot. So, you know, I mean, it's nice that he KO'd him here up here, but if you would like set it up on him, either it's an exit kill, which is, as I said, because you want to bring Wolf up, not nice, or you, yeah, as Scruffy might be doing here, set it up so that it's gonna be silent.
Yeah, you could also use the soundproof room that's on the other end of this corridor here. But a restart
yeah.
from Reaper, what happened? Oh no.
Rieper was in a bit of a pickle, and then there was a lot of crises here. I think there was a guard coming. I think he didn't have to restart yet. He just like preemptively chose to not waste like more time on it. He could have technically saved it, but I guess he opted to restart. Didn't think it was savable or worth the effort.
Scruffy juggling this guy is very frustrated with the juggling here, which I understand.
Yeah, I mean, surely it's not really gonna be like the optimal way to do the spin, but like that's, especially in the final and in a Berlin, I would never expect that. That'd be someone with like nerves of steel. But Scruffy did now like juggle it very nicely, and he did get his.
Oh no!
What's
Oh
happening?
my god! What? That was a trank body? What? I don't know what happened.
What are we talking about? Scruffy's side or?
Yeah, Scruffy's
I mean, all fans with Scruffy. Like, he's got the panic. This guy, this is the target that he exploded with the pain. So
Oh, that's
a
Montgomery.
clean
okay.
body. I'm not entirely sure. Like, I mean, he has still a body down there, but I'm in the security room. But I'm not sure what he's doing right now, cause he, what he tried to do there. We'll see.
Yeah,
Don't really
he
know the
has
purpose yet.
Chamberlain KO'd, which maybe is the loud explosive kill, but that seems unlikely because he's very close to the other gods. So I don't know.
I mean, yeah, Scruffy will now first of all get this kill very nicely. Swan is just arriving on his second cycle, I guess, third cycle.
Yeah.
But he, yeah, can get that kill.
My lord.
I think what Chap pointed out is a very good point. That Scruffy was unsure of where his body will be dragged, and it could very well be downstairs, and then his body would get found.
Oh, that's true. All right, I didn't think about that aspect. I thought about the routing of the people that would find him. That's why he came up the stairs a little bit so that the bikers downstairs won't.
Yeah,
Run
look at
into
that.
any bodies.
Look at his instinct. He's right now his body's getting dragged. It looks like getting dragged downstairs. He has to hurry. He might
Oh
save
my
this,
god.
but I think it's already pretty down. No, actually, he's dragging him somewhere else. No, he's fine.
All right.
He's
not.
I think
he's
it's
not going
I
to
think
the
it's the floor
security
above.
room.
It looked like the floor above the lowest floor, like -1, and it gets dragged to like a different spot there. to be fair, like body drag spots aren't like there are a lot of spots where bodies get dragged, and it's not like limited to security rooms and stuff. So makes a lot of sense that there's like a one on the floor above that's closer.
Yeah, sometimes they drag them in very weird locations, like
Yeah.
in the middle of a corridor where
Yeah.
people are. Like that's so weird.
It's true. Like no one really knows all these body locations. 'Cause to be fair, if you're a casual player, you leave a lot more bodies around that get dragged somewhere. You might find it out that way. But like these are top-notch players, and they only really kill the targets, and they never let them get found most of the time. So you never really get these kind of experiences and know where all the spots are. But Scruffy has impeccable timing once again. Look at that, right next to the incinerator.
We'll get the fire kill in just about a second, while Reaper has placed the bodies in the soundproof room in a way that the explosions won't kill any other agent. We'll get the explosive accident first and then the weapon, which is very efficient, but took him 4 minutes to set that up.
Either case, look at this. Scruffy is nearly done. He has the last kill only. Delivery guy, loud shotgun. He's chain luring him to around the van, which makes a lot of sense, because then he can shoot an exit with the bike that he hopefully got the keys for. Hopefully picked that up.
Yeah.
But look
and
at that, loud
here's
shotgun.
Scruffy
It's the exit.
done.
Yep, that's it. GG to Scruffy. That'll be the match point done, 10-2, and our RR14 champion will be Scruffy.
GG's, very good match. Very close, but Scruffy just crushing it with a 10-2. That's his second title. GG's to Scruffy and to Rieper for making it to second place. And thank you for hosting as well.
And thank you for joining me. We only got to cast, we got to cast both maps, so that's good at least. Could have been a sweep, and we only could cast one map, so at least all casting teams got to cast 2 maps. But I mean, gotta feel bad for Rieper a little bit, but I think he did a great showing, honestly. Berlin was a bit rough, of course, but on all other maps he was very, very solid, very good, very final worthy. Would have beat like 95% of other players, just not enough for Scruffy, especially not today. He seems to be in great form.
Yeah, I agree. The score, as I said, doesn't tell the whole story. This was a very close match, and Reaper definitely showed that he's a top roulette player. So I'm very glad to have watched this final. A bit sad that we didn't get to Miami, but that's just me.
That's fair. No, but yeah, that is crazy. That is the final done already. Always weird to say what to say afterwards, because it's a great match, but was very close at times, as you said, on quite a few maps. But in the end, I think very deserved win by Scruffy. Just impeccable play today, and yeah, we congratulate him. Yeah, and also thanks to all the other casters that casted the map before us. We thank you very much. Let's now see if we can get Scruffy for an interview. For the obligatory winners interview. But huge congratulations. Alright. Yeah, looks like Scruffy is here. Hello, hello.
Hi.
Hello, Scruffy. Congratulations on winning RR14.
GG's.
Yeah, big GG's. How are you feeling?
My nerves, like, my heart is going very, very fast now. I'm very happy. I'm really happy with how I played.
I mean,
I'm out of breath after playing a video game.
no, I can relate. I mean, I can speak from experience too that I can definitely understand that. I mean, even if it's a video game, like especially mentally, it's so challenging to do this. So big props to you, and hopefully now that you got the title, you have all time to calm down a bit. But yeah, huge GGs. Yeah, does anyone have some questions for Scruffy?
I guess I can start. Scruffy, do you plan on breaking the current record for most like RR wins, which I believe is 6 by Ducker?
I mean, eventually maybe, but that's still a long way to go. This is
Okay.
only my second.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. I mean, still, like, I mean, as you said, 2 titles, I think it's very deserved. So,
Mm.
yeah. Amazing. We still don't know what's to come. I think there's still a lot of tourneys in you, tourney wins. But that will have to be seen. Yeah, you got a question?
Yeah, how does it feel to get 2 map records in the same match in a final?
Honestly, like, I wasn't expecting to get any at all. Like, I was just hoping to win, didn't really care about the records, but with a spin like that on Paris, I knew I had a good chance. I didn't think I'd get the record on Mumbai at all. Like, I thought I was way too slow, but I obviously got it just about. But yeah, that really helped the confidence going into the next few maps after that.
Yeah, makes sense. In general, I mean, like 2 records are crazy. Of course, not the most important part, especially not so soon after you won the tourney, but it's definitely a nice bonus. I think generally, I mean, you played. This is your 6th match in this tourney. You had a clean. Didn't lose a match, and you didn't even lose many maps. The most you lost is last match against Infofun, where you lost 2 maps. So that's an incredibly clean performance. I think it was 1 against Observer, 1 against Moo, 2 against Fun, and 1 against Reaper. So, I mean, incredibly clean. Can anyone even beat you?
I mean, I still need to get a rematch against Timecube for the RWC Grand Final. I still want to beat him. So, like, there are definitely players that can beat me. Especially some of the rookies look very scary.
That's fair. I mean, yeah, as you said, I think there's some revenge coming at some point for this Timecube. That makes a lot of sense. And I also agree that you're definitely like the dominant player right now. But then again, we saw in the past how quickly that can change. So we'll have to keep an eye out for some new players. Are there some more questions for Scruffy?
Yeah. I've seen like how many records you've beat. I didn't keep count, but I know there's a very few maps that you didn't beat a record on, even if you're not the current record holder. Do you plan on conquering every record?
I mean, it would be nice, but I don't think it's likely to happen at all. Because a lot of maps need like very, very fast spins to be able to beat whatever the current record is. So I'd need to get very lucky, but it would be nice.
Makes sense.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Go ahead.
Oh, so I was saying, like, on top of that, you do mention some are more likely or whatever. Do you have any specific maps that are more or less likely for Rookie?
I think the Marrakesh one's going to be coming soon. I hope at least. But I think there are a lot of like spins that can be fast, but it's just hard to see like how they can be fast, kind of. And then there are some maps like Dartmoor where those are very unlikely to beat. You need a very specific type of spin.
That makes sense. But the Marrakesh record seems to be safe for another day. Maybe not thanks to some reading by App and Chris. No, of course not. But yeah, that's enough. All about the records. But I do still wanna. I mean, it was just a great match. I think Rieper definitely did like still show up. I think in some maps. I mean, we had 2 photo finishes. Was incredibly close on some maps. And on some maps you just had the better strats. But anything you want to say about your opponent, Reaper?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I haven't been able to watch how he played today, but he must
Yeah.
have played very well. Like, some very close maps, and also the Marrakesh win. Like, I was very nervous going into it because I know I can't make many mistakes against a player like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and were you
yeah,
worried
just
for any maps before the match happened?
I was probably most worried about Paris and Mumbai, just because those were the first ones he picked. So I was thinking he might have practiced more on those ones compared to other ones. But they ended up going my way, which I was very happy about.
Yes,
have
they
a
still
question.
did really well.
Thanks.
Right. Hey, Scruffy, back here. Is there anything you want to say to any viewers out there who are watching and see someone as good as at the game as you are, that are kind of scared to sign up for roulette, but do want to look into taking that step? Is there anything you want to say to those people?
That's a tough question. I'd say just do it, especially if it's something like RWC. You'll definitely get the chance to play matches and get experience, and like it's always a lot of fun.
Yeah, just a side note, I also gotta agree with that. If anyone wants to think that looks fun, and no one is expecting you to be the next Scruffy in the first tourney, so just sign up, and even if you lose both matches immediately, you'll get the experience, and I promise, as Scruffy said, it's a lot of fun anyway. But yeah, still great question. Yeah, I mean, generally, I think if we talk about RR in total, it's great to see that like a kind of a resurgence we had in this tourney and the last tourney. Both this year so far had nearly 60 players, and I think that's amazing because like didn't really look that that way last year, maybe, but it's great to see resurgence and all the players in the community still going strong after more than 4 years of roulette. Yeah. Are there any more questions to Scruffy?
I have one. This is from Observer actually in the chat. How do you feel that the unbanning of the particle boosts, and now also I guess you could include the cover aim stuff in here as well? How do you feel that did that had any, or did that have any impact on the gameplay at all, really, or was it anything crazy?
I don't think
for
it
all?
impacted my gameplay at all this tournament anyway. Like I haven't seen it having that much of an impact, but where it has been used, I just think it's really cool to see it. And like I would like to see it kept, but I'm not sure how everyone else feels about that.
I mean, makes sense. Yeah, cool. We will, of course, for everyone watching as well, we will have a survey about all the rule changes and possible future rule changes very soon out, and you can give some feedback about the tournament. But overall, I think if that's it, I want to congratulate Scruffy once again. I want
Thank
to,
you.
also my big shout out to Rieper for a great final and a great tournament run, very deserved first finals appearances. I'm sure there are more to come. And yeah, that's a wrap up. I think as for the final, I also want to thank again all my co-casters for being here, for making this final really fun. And of course, also gotta mention the idler in the beginning was modified from the finals by Curry. Shout out to that. And generally, to be honest, a big thanks to everyone who made this tourney work. Thanks to all my fellow admins and roulette admins for organizing and administrating. Thanks to all the casters with which this would be nearly half as fun with all the matches. I think it's an incredible effort to commentate all the matches that happen. I think like if you're inside, that's something that you don't really appreciate as much as it is a really crazy thing. Makes it really special. So I want to shout out to that. And of course, all the players for playing. Hope you all had fun. And to all the viewers, of course, as well, who didn't really participate yet. I think this all makes this tournament really special. And I think we have a great community going strong still. But that will be it for Red Rivals 14. I mean, Scruffy, I'll give you some final words as the victor if you want some.
Honestly, just well played to Reaper. Congrats on getting to the final. You know, he's been very close to the top for like so many tournaments now. It's really nice to see him finally get that RR finalist on the overlay.
That
And
makes sense.
thanks to everyone for casting.
Yeah, I mean, thank you for playing, champ. Yeah, then I'll once again thank everyone for watching, and I really, really hope to see you all back for RR15, which is gonna be in August. We have a 2-month break till then. Go practice. Go. Don't forget about us. I'm sure there will be some fun stuff to do in the meantime. But this is always one of the most fun times of the year. So I hope to see you all back in August for RR15. Bye.
Bye.